My fellow Americans, let's stop pretending. Let's stop acting like any of these people in power, left or right, actually give a damn about us. We have been manipulated. We have been lied to, divided, and controlled, and not for years, not for decades, but for centuries. I want you to think about what an American president is supposed to be. A leader of the people, a protector of freedom, someone who ensures the rights of every man, woman, and child remain untouched. Now ask yourself this: have we ever had that? Every single president, Republican, Democrat, doesn't matter. They have played their roles in keeping us fighting while they continue their game. They sell us on the idea of change, of progress, of a better future, yet somehow we are still here, struggling and exhausted, wondering how the hell things keep getting worse. So let's talk some facts. We are still monetary slaves, working endlessly to fund wars we didn't start, bail out billionaires who never needed help, and pay for a government that works against us at every single turn. We are watching as they attempt to rewrite the very foundation of our rights, talking about revoking birthright citizenship, deporting people who have built lives here, tearing families apart. And if they can erase that constitutional right, what makes you think they won't come for yours next? If they can decide who belongs in this country, what makes you think they won't decide who deserves equality, who deserves to vote, or who deserves freedom? They keep us distracted. They keep us arguing about race, about gender, immigration, gun laws, because as long as we are fighting each other, we are not fighting them. So I want you to do something for me. Look around your life. Do you really feel free? They tell us we have democracy, yet our choices are picked to us before we ever step into a voting booth. They tell us we have free speech, yet the moment you challenge their narrative, you are silenced. You are shadow banned, or even worse, just erased. They tell us to trust the system, yet that system has done nothing but lie and manipulate and use us forever. Now, let me ask you, what could actually be done? Take a moment to imagine a leader who put people before profits. Imagine a government that actually invested in you, not wars, not corporate bailouts, not the military-industrial complex. Imagine policies that made sense, where healthcare wasn't a privilege, where education didn't bankrupt you, where technology wasn't held back to keep us dependent on oil and outdated systems. Imagine leaders who actually upheld human rights, and not just when it is politically convenient for them. But that is not what we have, my friends. Instead, we have a ruling class that thrives on division, one that rigs the system in their favor continuously. They want you weak, distracted, and too damn tired to fight back. And the worst part is we let them. We let them because we keep playing their game. We keep choosing a side and pointing fingers at each other instead of pointing the fingers at the ones who are pulling the strings. And I'm telling you right now, that has to stop. This isn't about Democrat or Republican. This isn't about left or right. This is about all of us waking up and realizing we are not enemies. We have a common enemy, and it is the corrupt power, the power-hungry system that has been playing us for fools. The time for ignorance is over. The time for complacency is over. It's time to wake up. So I will ask you one final question. Are you really ready to have this conversation? Because if you are, comment yes below. Because the only way we change anything is to start by having the conversations they don't want us to have. Because if we don't do it now, my friends, we may never get another chance.